All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is another episode of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast, and I got with me Brian McClarty and Juan. What's good, y'all?
Oh, chilling, bro. Chilling. We're doing good.
Another beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
That's
Thanks for
wonderful.
having us, bro. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Anytime, man. Um, so let's just get into it. So so you're a, how would you classify yourself? You're a rapper. You're a Christian rapper. Like, how would you classify yourself?
Christian rapper is Christian. I mean, people say different things. You know what I'm saying? I personally think it's all the same thing, to be honest. So I mean, whatever, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? However people want to say it, the message stays the same.
Man,
So.
he's the people's champ, Ryan McClarty. That's what it is, for real.
Hey, well, yeah,
That's what it is.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. How long you been at this? How long you been doing it?
I've been doing this for like 15, 15 years. But seriously, I've been taking it serious probably like the last 10 or 8
Mm-hmm.
years. And want to do music. This is my first year of doing music full time. And focusing on it full time. And I would say it's been pretty successful so far.
Everything that we've recorded, it's been just been used by somebody or somebody wants it, and yeah, so it has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. So what the? Cause I know you have like a previous project. You have Growth. You dropped it in 2015.
Yeah.
So how would you say that from that project to now? Like, how have you grown since then?
All right. So like previous work, um, like that was kind of like, I think that was 2015. That was like when I was in when did I graduate high school? 22. I was beginning of college, or that was like a couple years after college. But since then, my focus has mainly been on bridging the gap between law enforcement and the community. So a lot of my work now is community based. Same message as far as the gospel and stuff like that, but it's geared more towards creating healthy relationships and healthy environments for law enforcement and the community to come together and have a conversation, a safe space to have those conversations that are needed.
Okay. Um, and so okay. This is, I'll put it this way. So when you are making your music, right? Do you feel as if, because I'm just coming from like the obviously like the community's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like maybe in your music you could address the other side more? Because it seems like you take more so
The law enforcement
the law
side.
enforcement side.
Um, See, the thing, this is the cool thing. So like when God has me
Mm-hmm.
do one, He always has me do the other side. So like
Mm-hmm.
God will have me do, for example, respect, right? So I did respect, but before I did respect, I did hands up, don't shoot. I was actually the person who started that whole campaign in Central California area, which was supported by like all the African American organizations. It was supported by all the African American artists. So when he has me do one side, he always has me do the other side first.
Mm.
So like then I did respect, and then after respect I did help, which, or actually after respect I did amen, which was basically like a prayer for the city, which was supported by literally everybody in the city. The city of Fresno, supported by Fresno PD, the DA office, and Valley Children's Hospital, Veterans Hospital, and so on and so forth. I mean, it was supported by the whole city, and that was a prayer for the city. And then after that, I released Help, which was basically uh, talking from a different perspective. Say it's all the same message, but it's different perspectives. So
Right.
that one was talking from a perspective of one of the lines said, "Say all lives matter with your actions." You know what I'm saying? If you're saying it, if all lives matter, then say it with your actions. And then I had a young child on there that was an interlude or whatever, and it was a kid that was playing my kid, and she said she called in the middle of the song cut off, and she said, "Daddy," and I said, "Yeah, yeah, baby," and then she said, "Daddy, am I black?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you're black. Why would you even ask that?" And it said, "Does my life matter?" And I was like, of course your life matters. But then that, just hearing that conversation from one side, from another perspective, lets the other side be open to, oh wow, I never thought about it from that perspective. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's not to be one on one side or I'm pro this or pro that. The thing is truth. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So and I'm a safe space for both sides to listen to each other without feeling like they're going to be judged or without feeling like any animosity towards one another. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing the way that God orchestrates the whole situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um. And then with that, you know what I'm saying, you obviously have the song that went like viral, basically. The fund the police.
Yeah.
And I would say like when that came out, it came out like right when people were saying defund the police. So I feel like because I was there on the Instagram post
Mm-hmm.
when it got posted on either the Shade Room or Neighborhood, whatever one of them pages was,
Yeah.
and it seemed like immediately everybody was just like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Yeah, World Star posted that. Actually, a couple of people posted that one. That one went international. Um, so with that, so the title and the song, you have to actually listen to the song before you can judge the title.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
Yeah.
I listened to the song and I was like, "Guys, it's not that bad."
Yeah. Yeah. So like you listen to the song, and I do that with a lot of my records. So like I'll put the title out there, and people will be like, "Wait, what the heck?" But then when you listen to the message, you kind of be like, I mean, I don't disagree with dude was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actually kind of like making a point a little bit. I don't necessarily want to say that I agree with the title, but he's kind of making a point. A lot of people commented on it, was like, they was like, I mean, honestly, dude is kind of making a point, and they were like far left. You know what I'm saying? Like, but dude's kind of making a point. And I do that a lot with my titles. So like I'll title something, but I want you to look at it from a different perspective. So you listen to that record. That one is basically holding the industry accountable, and then trying to tell people like, yo, you can't. One, I don't believe in defunding the police. I think that's preposterous. I think that's stupid. You're gonna have complete anarchy, and anybody that's ever lived in any hood ever, would know that if you didn't have any sort of police or law enforcement, like it's about to be like the wild west, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
like
sure.
the people I talk to, a lot of people are coming from places of privilege that say defund the police, and they live in a safe environment, and their kids can walk to school and stuff like that, whether you're black or white or whatever, and you've never been in a place where it's like, yo, if your child gets kidnapped, you're not going to call your local crip. You know what I'm saying? If your child gets kidnapped, you're not going to call your local gang member to be like, oh yeah, can you put out a something for my kids, like a perimeter or whatever. So you need the police in some aspect. Now that's not being ignorant and thinking, hey yo, like they're all good, because they're not. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I said this in front of the police too, which is good cops hate bad cops just as much as victims do, right? And they do. I actually got that quote from a law enforcement officer, and she knows who she is. But the thing is working with the good ones in order to eliminate the bad ones.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And not prejudging, which is something that especially my people or just people of color in general hate, is when people prejudge us based off what we look or whatever, or how we look or how we dress, and not prejudging a law enforcement officer based off of their job description. You feel me? So, yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, man. Because me personally, like, I feel like, defund the police is kind of preposterous.
Yeah.
In its notion. Like I agree with their other like tenets of like trying to like get more mental health advocates out there and more social programs, more funding for that stuff. I'm like, that's good, but I'm like, I'm not going to call, like you said, like you're not gonna call. Who are you gonna call when somebody steals your car?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna call the police. Like,
exactly.
You're not going to go, yo, homie, hey, we gotta go find this guy. We're gonna go ride and find these people. Like, no, you're gonna call the police and hope they go find your car.
Exactly.
Well, one of the stigmas too, though, like, see, I was on that side of the track. I was on them side of the tracks for a long time, And one of the things is, just as a person out there in society on that side of the tracks, we look at it like it's all their fault. The cops' fault. They're just doing their jobs. At the end of the day, when I was out there doing bad, I was committing the crime. But when I got caught, man, those cops they're dirty. Why? Because I got caught. I'm saying instead of looking at the reality to where, I'm saying I was out there running amok. I was out there doing what I was doing, and really, I'm saying I brought it all on myself. But we can't just as human beings today. A lot of us can't accept responsibility for our own actions, so we blame everybody else, which is the cops, whoever's on that side of the law. And 90% of them are doing their jobs. Yeah, there's a few out there that are bad. What I'm saying, but they get caught up too. And when they get caught up, they get put in the same handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to look at it like that. Everyone wants to look at it like, oh, it's their fault. Well, I mean, if you weren't out there, having a kid go shoot somebody or go shoot somebody selling some dope, you wouldn't have that problem. But here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's accountability, and then I know a lot of stuff. The media kind of like guides people's attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It guides people's perspective. And the media will show you one side, but they will never show you the other side. And that's the same thing with just people of color too. They'll show you one side, and then the people that are educated, they'll be like, bro, yes, that side exists, but there's also like you're missing the whole other side of how people of color act and how they live and stuff like that. So then it's like, why are you only showing that side? And we get mad at the media all the time. Like, people of color get mad at the media all the time because it's like, bro, we're portrayed in movies only as this. We're portrayed in movies only as this. And then we get mad at them like, bro, portray us in a different way. But we don't look at it from a different point of view and be like, how do you think law enforcement officers or first responders think when they're portrayed all the time as dirty cops? They're portrayed all the time like, bro, I was talking to one of my boys who's a police officer, and he was telling me, he was like, bro, the thing is, it's really crazy because he's African American, and he was like, what's really crazy is I walk past people in the store all the time at Walmart. You have conversations, normal conversations and all that, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's cool with you. But then if I put on my badge, they automatically hate me. You feel me? And he was like, that's the same thing I feel like as being an African American. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with people that are prejudiced. And I was like, he was like, I get it double. You know what I'm saying? I get it as an African American, people prejudging me, and I get it as a law enforcement officer. And he's like, I feel the same hatred. So then I'm like, hey, bro, look, which is crazy because that message needs to get out there, because the same thing that you're not wanting for someone else to do, that's the same thing that you're doing to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just judging people based off profession, but it's still prejudice because it's still prejudging.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Shoot, man. Something's in my eye. But anyway,
No, I saw you blinking over there.
Yeah, man. It's like killing me right now. But with that being said, man, like, so you had a recent performance at an event. You want to talk about that?
My last performance, I don't even remember the last performance. When was my last performance?
No, well, I was specifically trying to talk about the event that we was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay. So, So I did what did I do? I sponsored one of the fights at Battle of the Badges. Yeah. So Battle of the Badges is it is a
first responder
boxing league, right? And what they do is it's for a good cause, but they actually fight. You know what I'm saying? So like they really get in there and they really throwing bows. Male
and female.
Yeah, they actually did we're actually sponsored, or not sponsored, but we're actually supported by UCA, which is one of the leagues, leagues from Battle of the Badges, and I was actually the first person to perform at one of their events, first hip hop artist ever perform at one of their events. But they go at it. It's a boxing league with first responders. That thing is crazy, bro. It's an experience. So if you do get a chance to go there, I definitely would suggest that you take that opportunity. I don't know when the next fight is. Their next fight might be like the end of this year, next year, or
Not,
something like
and
that.
hey, but not all of them are family friendly. I mean, the last one we went to was family
Oh,
friendly,
yeah.
but the one before that was
Yeah, oh, yeah, you're right.
it
Not
gets
all-
off the
yeah,
hook.
Yeah,
It gets off the
yeah.
hook.
Not everything. Not all of them are.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes you might want to leave the kids at home.
yeah.
Jeez, it's like that.
Yeah, they really be going.
The first
at
one
it.
we went to was to leave them at home. The second one was cool. We both had our kids. So, we had some of our kids there.
Oh yeah, I brought my son to the second one. And he's 5. But yeah.
That first one was that would have been ugly if we
I probably would have had to leave earlier. You know what I'm saying? Then
as soon as we walked in, we probably would have to turn around and walk right back out.
Yeah. But I did a theme song for them. So they pretty cool.
I did the beat.
He did make the beat.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, this is a sound engineer right here.
Okay.
This is my guy right here.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. When did y'all come together?
Hey, what, like 6 months ago?
It was like 6 months ago.
About 6 months ago, we he was you want to tell it?
Like, me and this dude, well, first of all, in 6 months, we clicked from like day one. So it's like I've known this dude for years. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like this is my boy. But I was at home. I was going through it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with depression, all kinds of stuff. I get a call from one of my other friends, Paul. He says, "Hey, bro, I need some help digging these holes." All right. You know, I've done construction and stuff my whole life, but I've made music since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there, bro, and I'm like, man, I really didn't want to go. But I show up to his house, and at first Ryan wasn't out there, but you know what I'm saying? Well, at least I didn't see him. You know, they're watching through the windows, obviously. You know, they got people out there working on the yard. So I'm out there, bro, we're digging, and the dirt was tough as all hell. But
it's like concrete.
Yeah, bro. So we're sitting there, and it's getting dark. And I'm like, man, you know what? We're not going to finish tonight. So we knocked out whatever we could. We bounced out. We come back the next morning. And, you know, I came back and I made this little tool to dig these holes out, bro. And thank God my friend Paul was being lazy, bro. He left me there digging these holes. And I was pissed off, man, because it was hot. But anyways, yeah, he goes up there and he's talking to Ryan. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him, bro. But I'm just like, man, and I'm pissed off, you know, because I'm digging. There's a gang of holes that have to be dug. I'm going at it, bro. And he comes back and like in the middle of the day, he's like, hey, bro, he makes music and stuff. And I go, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, what is that to me? You know, just let's get these holes done. He goes back up there and I guess he tells them they know that I made music. You know, and after we're done, we met, bro. And this dude, like, when I first met him, he's like, yeah, you know, I make music. And he showed me some of it, or didn't know, he told me about some of the stuff. I showed him a little bit of my stuff, but you know what I'm saying? He was genuine in what he was saying. And he told me, he goes, bro, I'm gonna build a studio. You know, like God put it on my heart to build a studio, and he said that I was gonna meet somebody an engineer that, you know what I'm saying, knew what he was doing. You know, and I'm like, okay, so when you plan on doing this? He goes, yeah, I'm gonna build this here soon. I was thinking like a year and a half from now, like it'll be done and everything, you know. Bro, he calls me like 2 weeks later. They're putting some grass down in his backyard. Go out there to help do that, and he goes, yeah, bro, when you're done, do you want to go with me to pick up this mixer? Man, we got a 40 channel, or it's either 48 channel Soundcraft board that's like 8 feet long, bro. And I said, man, this dude ain't joking. Yeah, this dude ain't joking. He said, yeah, bro, you build the studio however you want it. And the rest was history, bro. We just, I brought, some equipment. He had some equipment. We started just recording, doing stuff, man. And, you know, like that song, you know what I'm saying about, the fund the police. He told me about that, and I remember I looked him up, but I wasn't really paying attention to it, you know what I'm saying? I was just kind of listening to it in the background, and I was like, all right, that's cool, but then I played it again later on, because I was like, man, I can't do this to this dude. I'm going to record him, but, I'm not listening to any of his stuff. I played it back, and I heard it, and I actually heard what he was saying lyrically.
Right.
And I said, wait a minute. So I played it back for my wife. I said, this dude's actually cool. And she heard it, and she was like, he's good. And listening to him and the stuff that he's doing now, man, there's nothing but talent there. But yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, 6 months, bro. We just started working it, and it's just grown. It's just yeah. It's like now it's just, man. He's gonna blow sooner than later. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's all God, bro.
That's for sure.
All God.
That's for sure, man. So I mean, you mentioned God. You know what I'm saying? Like when did you start believing? Like when did your
relationship with God
start? You know what I'm saying?
I grew up in the church, bro. But I didn't really start like following Christ myself until like 21. You know what I'm saying? So like, which is crazy because I quit drinking when I was 21. which is kind of like the opposite of what you're
Yeah,
supposed to
I'm
be
like
doing.
it just got legal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I
Yeah.
quit for like 8 years and stuff like that, and because I started a problem or whatever. But I started getting really into ministry,
Mm-hmm.
probably around like 21, I would say, and then it blossomed from there. And then that's when I really started seeking a relationship for myself with
Mm.
God and actually trying to have a relationship instead of just being religious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say, yeah, that with that would probably be like, yeah, age 21. I would say.
Mm. So what would you say the difference is between religion and actual like relationship?
Um, religion. You had your hand up.
No. I was, but I could tell you right now, religion is something that's founded on another man's saying or another man's doing. A relationship is you got your girl. Well, like our friendship. You know what I'm saying? We started. I was working for this dude basically. You know what I'm saying, but as we met, you know what I'm saying, we progressed. Our relationship as friends and
Mm-hmm.
as you know what I'm saying, the business relationship and everything else. It didn't just happen. It's something that you got to pour into. You got to get to know the person, and that's the same with the Lord. You got to pour into Him. You got to open yourself up to Him so that yeah, I mean He knows you, but so that you can get to know Him, you have to take time. It's an intimate deal. It's not just oh hey how you doing and now we know everything about each other. No, it's just you like with your girl. You take time to get to know her. You take time to take her out and know her
Mm-hmm.
likes and dislikes, and that's the relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's God. He wants you to get to know Him intimately, not just like I mean, we all have religion. I mean, you can go find religion on any corner,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but that's based on one man's words, and you know what I'm saying. But a religion is something it's right here, bro. It's all in your heart, and yeah,
Yeah,
you work on it.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like relationship is intimacy, right?
Yeah,
It's based off intimacy
Mm-hmm.
with another person or
yeah,
with God. The religious aspect or looking from a religion is just basically consistently doing the same thing over and over again and not really having invest time invested into it or having your
Mm-hmm.
heart invested into it. You're
Right.
just doing it. It's just a repetitive action. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And that's what I was before I started seeking Christ for myself, which in a religion. I was part of a religion, or I was religious,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and then when I really had a relationship with him, that's when I really opened myself up because God already knew me, but it was my opening myself up to get to know Him on a personal level. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, and then what would you say? What would you say is like your like one of your like your what was one of your greatest struggles in like you know what I'm saying getting into that walk with God?
um, my biggest struggle probably would be Christians, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Is it the hypocrisy of Christians in the church? So I had to really learn. I actually still struggle with it. You know what I'm saying? Like with the CHH, you know. But it's the hypocrisy of people's actions will lead you away from actually having a relationship with Christ. But you
Right.
got to understand that your relationship with Christ is different than your relationship with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because none of these people are perfect, so they gonna
Mm-hmm.
fall. But it's when we start putting. That's when religion starts coming into place. When you start putting all these people that on a pedestal, and you
Mm-hmm.
start really idolizing and worshiping these
yeah,
people. You feel what I'm saying? Instead
Mm-hmm.
of having Christ up there and idolizing and worshiping Him, you start putting these people that you think are
Mm-hmm.
Christ-like on there and start idolizing them and worshiping them, and then you lose track of your relationship with actual Christ.
yeah. But
Mm.
there's some
Okay.
people out there like you said in the Christian hip hop community. There's some people
Mm-hmm.
out there that, and it's not just there. It's anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? People that think that they know the Lord, that they may know every scripture in the in that holy book, bro. But at the end of the day, there's a few things to keep in mind. These people that act like they know it and they live like they know, and people, what I'm saying, a lot of it's just a persona that they carry. Because like in the book of Matthew, it says that if what I'm saying, you'd be better off tying a millstone around your neck and throwing yourself into the depths of the sea than to lead one of his children astray. So, like he said, what I'm saying, with just the hypocrisy and whatnot, people are out there, they're in your face, and especially like I've seen that as well. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like a fad to be a Christian, I went through a program, it was a Christian program, and there it was like everybody dressed the same, everybody had the same haircut, and if you didn't have it, you weren't part of the cool little group that they wanted to have, or like, and it's kind of like, bro, like, I mean, not all of us have it like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's where, like you said, it's you start leading people astray by either letting them down, just straight dissing them, you know what I'm saying, like ignoring them, and then they feel like, man, like, well, aren't we all supposed to be brothers? We're supposed to come alongside each other. And it doesn't happen like that. So I mean, yeah, like you said, or other Christians, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, Christians. Yep.
Yeah. I would say Christians. We're by and large are a bit too judgmental, because I was having this I did this video the other day. Basically I was talking about this guy because he was saying basically it was something about like Pride Month or whatever. He was saying something about it or whatever, and I was like, at the end of the day, I'm like, God holds all these sins equal, right? Yeah. So I'm like, if you guys want them to stop, that's cool. I'm like, the next thing we got to do, we got to go shut down Vegas. I'm like, we'd have to go shut down Vegas because gambling's not good. Yeah. I'm like, you'd have to shut down the strip club. You'd have to close Hometown Buffet and Golden Corral because that's gluttony. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it would get really ugly really fast. I'm like, and I don't think y'all are prepared to do what's actually necessary for your stance. Like your stance isn't rooted in logic or scripture. You just feel away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And God doesn't feel away. He's like, I'm about this.
Yeah, black and white. The thing is, bro, that's so crazy that you even mentioned that, because like a lot of people don't want to have, like you said, you mentioned Hometown Buffet. That hurt me, bro. Yeah. like, bro. But it's 100% true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like because I don't want to call them closet Christians, but like, because your sin or what you struggle with ain't out in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you are superior to somebody, bro. You're not. You're not superior to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I actually respect more the person who's up front and transparent with what they struggle with, because I don't care what you overcome, you're still gonna be struggling with something, because guess what? You're still in the flesh. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So even if you overcome all these hurdles, you never perfect, bro. You're still operating in the flesh. You have to kill your flesh daily. You feel me? So like, I look at a lot of like CHH, because that's why when you said in the beginning of it, you was like, "Are you Christian artist? Artist or Christian?" I was like, "Bro, I don't care what you call me, bro. I just serve Christ." You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like these artists that like, "Oh no, I'm a Christian artist." Okay, that's great, bro. I'm not gonna knock that. You do you, because God has a lane for you and all that. But the moment you start dissing other people and you start being like, "You ain't Christian because you do this," and it's like, yeah, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Or like, you smoke, you do this or you do that. Be like, hey, bro, don't you say in the morning that you can't operate with coffee? Ain't caffeine do the same? Does caffeine do the same things that nicotine does to your brain when you look at that? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna look at that, like, if you're gonna look at that in that way, then you have to look at everything the same way. And I'll respect you if you did. If you was like, yeah, you right. I'm the same. I'm no greater than he is, then that's cool. It's respect, that's correction out of love. But if you're like, oh no, mine's different because I can go to Starbucks, I'll be like, bro, I mean, there's just as much liquor stores as there is coffee shops. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I love the way you just brought that up. That was crazy.
Yeah. And I'm really, like, as far as like with other, I'm really like at an impasse. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as myself, I'm at an impasse, because on one hand I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, we got to stick together, but then at the other hand I'm just like, but y'all ain't it though. You know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm not it either. Like, I'm not so self-righteous to say, oh yeah, I'm the guy, I'm the example. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not. I got my own problems and my own struggles, but that's why I don't prematurely jump out the window judging people. Yeah. Like, going on crusades to try and crucify different people. Like, I can't get with that. Like, that rubs me the wrong way internally, because I'm like, they could do this about me. Like, I look at the opposite. Like, because I think about it, like, even when I put out YouTube videos, just in general, talking about general stuff. Okay, I'm going to go say this about this person. I'm going to have this commentary, this critique. What could they say back to me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me flip this back on myself. okay, they could go here, 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 here. Am I okay with this?
Mm.
If I can stand on that and I'm okay with that, I'm putting that video out.
Well, yeah,
Man.
it says what does it say about by the same rule that whatever the same rule that you measure people, you're gonna be measured by that.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
however you look, yeah, that's
Yeah.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy, that's the scary part with judgmental, being judgmental, bro. Is just like you really have none of us. Not, I'm not saying you like as in you.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, yeah. No,
but none
I'm
of
not-
us really have any room to be judgmental
Yeah.
because this just like when they was about to stone Mary Magdalene, bro, and Jesus was like. He was like, he was about sin, cast the first stone, and everybody was like, "Oh shoot, bro, let me toss my little rock over there." You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, none of us are without sin, bro. So you can't just go over there and be like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go over there and be like, oh, you and you and you, because the thing is, if we looked at your internet history, bro, you gonna be saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna be saying the same thing. So like. The thing is, have a heart, and just because their struggles are in the forefront, don't degrade them for that, and just help them through it. You know what I'm saying? Because you were in the same boat, and you are in the same boat in another scenario. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. And a lot of CHH artists, like a lot of Christian artists, they're really upfront with what they overcame and what God saved them from, which is good because God speaks through that speaks to other people through that, which is good. I'm not gonna knock that, but the thing is, ain't nobody talking about what they struggling with right now because they're scared of losing. They're scared of losing that higher power feeling or whatever, or they're scared of getting judged by their fans. You know what I'm saying? We're not called here to get fans. Yes, it's cool. It feels good to be adored, and it feels good to for people to like, you know, appreciate your music and your craft, but we're not here to do that, bro. If you're saying that you're doing ministry, he says, is this ministry or is this industry? You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're saying, oh, if you're claiming ministry and you're over here like, oh no, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna say this because I don't want my fans to do that because I'm gonna lose fans. Well, you're not doing ministry, you're doing industry. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with it. Just be honest with yourself and be honest with the people who listen to you. You feel me? So I have a real big issue with CHH as far as that, because I've never been shown love from, like, I think Rapzilla was like one of the big at one time. I've never been showed from, and I'm not meaning to call them out or whatever, but I haven't been shown love from like different Christian whatever, like in the Christian industry, CHH. But I've been shown love from everywhere else. You feel what I'm saying? And my thing is, I don't know if it's like I'm not Christian enough. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, how I get recognized by Congress before I got recognized by Rapzilla. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how I get recognized by the state of California before I get recognized by Rapzilla or like any of these other Christian. Like, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild.
Yeah. That is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
You know, but that goes back to, you know what I'm saying, like, the place that you call home, you know what I'm saying, or should be home, is never the first place that supports you. It's always everywhere else, and then everybody else arrives late to the boat.
But then at that time, bro, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be like, ain't no more space. It's too many animals on this boat, bro. There ain't no space for nobody else. Y'all can enjoy the flood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
Nah, but that's real. See, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like this, and I know this. Look, when I started working with them, there was no way that anybody can convince me that he needed me, because he didn't. He can go hire an engineer to mix his stuff down, to master stuff, and that's it. He pays him one-time deal, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But he chose to involve me in a deeper way, and he's the same deal that he's offered me. Like hey, bro, like if you're on board, you're on board. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 100% for it. But you know, he's talked to other cats, and these cats are like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be part of this team. But where's the team at? Because they ain't here. You know what I'm saying? And when you go try to feed somebody, bro, and then they take that spoon out of the mouth and say, oh, I don't like this, bro. Give me something else. Come on, bro, I can't help you. And like I said, you know, at the end of the day, this guy's got a bunch of stuff that he's put together himself. Nobody was out there, you know, pushing for him or doing that. He was doing it. And you know, like I said, when I met him, he had the ball rolling, bro. So for me or anybody for that matter to come and try to take credit, you know what I'm saying? He gives all glory to God. And to me, that's a big thing, bro, because a lot of people, man, they look at, you know, they say pride comes before the fall. And right. when you're that proud, bro, it's easy to not recognize the fact that you're too proud. It's easy to
Yeah, that's
overlook the
true.
fact that you know that that you're taking all the glory and everything that he does. You know, it's all glory to God. And like from what I see, like what he said, you know, what I'm saying, enjoy the flood, yeah. Because at the end of the day, he's offered the same hand he offered me. He offered it to everybody else. And you know, if people are down with it, they're down with it. If they're not, you know, like you said, you got to be honest with yourself. You got, to, you know, what I'm saying, are you really here for a team, or are you here for me? Because there's no, I mean, there is no room for me. And the fact that he's including people or allowing
Hmm.
people to be included on this project
Right.
is something big in itself. But not only that, bro, but it's a brotherhood, it's a friendship. It's more than just a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? I've met his family, he met mine, and he's willing to do it with anybody else who wants to be involved. But at the end of the day, are
Hmm.
they involved? I mean, so yeah, so enjoy the flood, and I'm sure this dude would throw a life jacket out there and a boat and a raft and everything else because that's just how he is. But
Yeah.
yeah, for
But
real.
yeah, bro. And the thing is, like because I have Christ like records, right? And there's a whole bunch of stuff, you know where I'm going with
Yeah.
this, but like Christ like records, I started that probably about 12 years ago, or I don't even know, probably a little bit longer than that. um and it was a ministry I started, like a music ministry or whatever, and we had a lot of people at the time. People fell off, people started doing other stuff, some people stopped doing music, well, yada yada whatever.
Yeah.
um but I don't I don't feel like you don't have to be perfect in order to be on the team. God didn't go to get his disciples and look for
Yeah.
perfect people. You feel what I'm saying? So like
Hmm.
I'm not looking for people to be perfect. I'm not looking for people, like, I don't judge. Trust me, bro. I do not judge what you look like. I don't judge
Hmm.
what you've done. I don't judge. Hey, bro, look. If God speaks to me and he's like, hey, invite him on the team. He's like, hey, all right, bro. Look. I'll give you. You know, you want to be a part of the team. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And that's how that's. I mean, me and this dude right here. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He was digging holes at my house. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I walked
Mm.
out and was like, you know, hey, bro, you know, let's do music. Let's work. And he was even shocked, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, what the heck? Like, I'm
Yeah.
over here digging holes at his house, and he's like, do
Yeah.
you want to be the main engineer at a studio that he's building? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And it's like, hey, bro, look, if God speaks to me, I mean, I'm gonna reach out my hand. But a lot of I would say us Christians, we don't tend to do
Yeah.
that. We need you to be like, hey, you got this status and all this kind of stuff. And they're like, nah, bro, God's gonna provide the status, so it's all good.
Yeah, the flesh seeks
Hmm.
glory, bro, and we want to be glorified instead of giving the glory to the big guy up there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said. That's what makes this dude different. Point blank. That's what makes him different. Is for him, it's all glory to God, and I look at it like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
God sent the message, but you received it and you acted on it, bro. That's the thing. A lot of people, God speaks to all of us,
Hmm.
but it's whether or not we put our feet in motion and actually, walk
Right.
out what He wants to walk out. And this dude does. But you know what I'm saying? The best part about the whole thing is that he gives it all to God, bro. And because of that, you know what I'm saying, the ball is rocking and rolling right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at your Instagram, looking at your YouTube and stuff, and like I was seeing like all the work and stuff that you're putting in and the
Mm-hmm.
consistency there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I want to congratulate you on that.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
just wait though, in a few weeks. Starting in a few weeks, it's gonna be
Yeah, it's
that's
gonna
when
be
it's yeah.
we got some stuff coming out like very soon. You know what I'm saying? My wife texted me. We got some stuff coming out real soon, bro. You know, we gonna be
Yeah.
So
releasing some.
so when can people expect more from you, you know?
Hopefully within the next 2 weeks. We just did some work with one of the biggest law enforcement organizations in the country. We did a song and then a music video with them, and they're fully supporting it. So we're gonna be releasing that.
Mm.
I got another record. Well, we got a whole
What
bunch of
change?
records
Yeah,
actually.
change.
Yeah, we got a couple different records that we're
Yeah.
gonna release, and then we got a surprise that I'm not gonna say yet, but we got a surprise. I did a country record.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I did.
Bro, this is banging though. It's
What?
banging.
I did a country record, so I'm gonna be releasing that one probably this year too. So yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
when
be
people,
shooting that music
I know,
video.
but when people hear this, bro,
Huh?
man, this is. I said, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
this
it's my
this is
first
bro.
country record, but
Oh, that's crazy.
I honestly I recorded the record a minute ago, bro. I recorded the record like about a year, 2 years ago, And I sat on it, but everybody that hear it, they like, bro, what the heck are you doing, bro? You need to release this record. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. You know, I didn't have no confidence in it at first. I mean, it was dope to me, but I was like, nah, ain't nobody gonna like this, bro. And then all of a sudden, every time they hear it, and then he heard it like a couple weeks ago, he was like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Why don't you release this record? I was like, I don't know, bro. It's country. I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I told him I'm gonna have to record my voice over it. I'm gonna have to record my voice over it so I can say I had something to do with it.
Nelly was doing country, and he was still a rapper.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
that's
see, but the difference with Nelly though on this video, we're gonna have some real country folks out from a racist little city that's very well known that are gonna be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Oildale, California.
We shooting part of the video in one of the most racist cities like known to California.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But they're welcoming the place where we're gonna be shooting some of that. They want him to do it there. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a black dude with dreads, bro, singing a country record in one of the most racist cities that's known.
Yeah.
And I think all the cities
crazy.
The cities that we shooting in were at one point sundown towns. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we over there, we're gonna be, and it's gonna bring, like I said, bro. You know, God works in mysterious ways, bro. Yeah. He about to, and the thing is, you know, hopefully touch a whole bunch of people's hearts with it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make change for sure.
For sure. So what's a message you wanna leave the people with before we get up out of here?
One of my quotes that I say all the time is ignorance is the absence of knowledge. Stupidity is the presence of knowledge without the intent to use it. And it's okay to be ignorant for a time, but it's never a time where it's okay to be stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. I'm gonna probably have to play that back a couple times so I learn it, and then I'm stealing it. I'm just letting you know. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm stealing
copyright.
Patent pending.
Right.
Yep.
Hey man, but hey, it was a pleasure having you both on. Episode number 330 of the Homeroom Smooth podcast. You know what I'm saying? We up out of here, y'all. Y'all stay blessed.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.